UFC Fight Night. Perez versus Taira. We're gonna break down this card. I'm gonna let you know which fighters I like, what are my picks, predictions, everything. Before we do that, there's one thing I need you to do, is to like the video. That's it. Like the video, subscribe if you enjoy my content. But liking the video helps me get it to more people out there, to spread the word. So I would really appreciate that. So with that being said, before we do that, let's just keep and go to the last card. It's UFC Fight Night, Knutsson versus Almabaev. It was a good card, profitable for me. With that being said, I want to go over it. There were some controversial decisions there. We're going to start with the first one. We got Puja Tumar and Ryan Amanda. Everybody were high on Amanda, but I bet on her in her last fight, which she lost. I think she was robbed, but she lost because she was so low volume against Talita Elankar. She was just low volume. It didn't look like she wants to win. It didn't look like that. It looked like she's just there to survive, get a decision. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm not going to bet on her, even if it's against a girl like Puja Tumar. And you know what? It was a good decision because although she was robbed again, but she only woke up at the last round. And Tumar got the win. She was definitely robbed, Amanda. Don't get me wrong. But you know, Tumar kept just kicking her and finding her range. And Amanda should have just take her down and submit her, but she didn't do it, and that's what happens. Next one we had Taylor Lapilaz and Cody Stamen. I got the over 2.5. I didn't take any fighter here to win. Although I did say I like Lapilaz. And, man, Lapilaz looked good. He was sharp with his striking, especially with that. He kept catching Stamen when he wanted to take him down. I think it was with his jab. Really good work by Lapilaz. Cody Stamen had a hard time to taking him down as well. He did take him down, I think, once, but Lapilaz really looked good. He really improved since his fight with Basharat. So good for Lapilaz. Next one we had, it was a split decision, Eduardo Moura against Denise Gomes. I think I picked Moura to win. I didn't bet on this fight, but I think I picked Moura to win. But she just showed how one-dimensional she is. She just tried to take Gomez down every minute of the fight. Like, she didn't even set up the takedowns, and she gassed bad. Like, she looked so tired. I don't think she needs to fight at 115. She barely makes the weight. She looked terrible. Like, she looked like she's gonna collapse when she did the weigh-ins, and it's never good. Like, Denise Gomes looked good in the weigh-ins. She was very smart. She almost finished her in the first round with that guillotine. Yeah, but good fight by Gomez. She's definitely improving, and I'd like to see her in her next fight. Next one, we had Daniel Marcus and John Castaneda. I took the over 2.5 here, although I did like Marcus to win, and he did win in a dominant fashion. Yeah, he got the win. He got rocked at the third round, but that didn't help him against, again, because he was dominating the 3 rounds. And, yeah, good for Marcus. Next one, we had Montana De La Rosa and Andrea Lee. And this is, again, why I tell you I like the overs in this fight. Because at the first round, Andrea Lee was dominating her. But then the second and the third, Montana De La Rosa just, she started dominating Andrea Lee. So it's very inconsistent with these girls. But the over was good. Next one, we had Jesse Butler and Brett Katona. It was just Brett Katona laying down on Butler for 3 rounds. Yeah. Pratis and Radke. I'm telling you guys, listen. Carlos Pratis is a problem. He is a real problem. His striking is phenomenal. And the thing about him, he looks thin, but man, he packs power with those kicks, with those punches. He's a sniper. He just found that body with the knee, I think it was to the liver. And Radke was out. Like, he didn't even try to continue and smash him when he was on the floor. He just walked away because he knew it was over. Man, Pratis is scary, man. They call him the Nightmare for a reason. You don't want to fight a guy like him. Next one, we got Ludwig Klein and Thiago Moises. Very close fight, but man, Klein looked phenomenal. Especially how he managed to stuff those takedowns. Like, Thiago Moises had really good takedowns, but man, Klein is fast. He managed to, both times, he managed to get back up. And yeah, man, Klein is good. He's becoming a problem. Soriano and Miguel Baeza, man, really low IQ moves by Baeza. Like, he kept trying to take the feet of Soriano and get that heel hook. It didn't work, bro. He is tough. He was being smashed for all 3 rounds, but yeah, that doesn't get you the win. This was an upset. Marquez and Zach Reese. Many people picked Marquez. I think I said Marquez as well, but my bet here was the under. I said I like the under here. Both are dangerous, but man, Zach Reese looked phenomenal. Usually he wins, like, not usually. He does have wins by knockout, but I saw more of his ground game. But man, he touched Marquez and he finished him in 20 seconds. That's insane. Yeah, the under was good there. Also, the under on Ferreira, I took it, and it was good. I picked Rosas to win. Dominic Reyes, I actually picked the under here as well. It cashed. And here I took the over, and it was so annoying because Cannonier wasn't knocked out. Like, he give the guy more time. Like, you see him trying to survive. It's not like he was face palmed on the ground, like bleeding and shit. He was like, he could easily go for a takedown, for example, like jump on a takedown or try to push Nasruddin to the cage. But the fucking ref didn't let him do it. So, you know, I lost that bet, but it's a part of the game. It seems like the refs are so inconsistent. The judges are inconsistent, and now the refs are, you know, doing this bullshit. It is what it is. We move on to the next card, which is Perez versus Taira. Let's start with the first fight of the card. We got Shayilan, Nuerdanbieke, and Melquizael Costa. We got here a striker against a good striker, but I'll say that his advantage in this fight would be his grappling. To be honest, for me, it's a stay away. Shayilan was knocked out by Garcia, and also Melquizael Costa got knocked out by Garcia. It's gonna be an interesting one because Shayilan can definitely knock out Costa, but I think Costa will manage to take Shayilan here and get the finish. I'm not gonna pick, like, I'm not gonna bet on this one. Maybe the under is good here. But yeah, give me Costa to win, probably by submission. If we look at Shayilan record, he has a lot of submission losses. Many of them happened in the first round. He got submission wins as well, but it's not in the UFC. He lost by submission. It's not in the UFC. But yeah, I like Costa to win here. Not something I'm gonna bet anyway. Next one, we got Julia Polastri and Josefine Knutsson. Man, I like Knutsson. She's a fucking dog. She's good. Yeah, it's man, but I'll tell you something. Like, she lost to Justavicius in contender, nothing to be ashamed of. We know she's good, very good, but Josephine Knutsson is a dog. I think she will have the advantage on the feet. Now, I know she's going to have the advantage on the feet, but she has good ground game. Like, she has good grappling. We saw she took Marnik Man a couple of times in her fight against her. She had a good fight against Verbeek, but she was dominating. And Polastri, she's good, but I don't see her winning here in any way. Maybe she'll have the advantage with the grappling, but Knutsson has good enough of a takedown defense to keep it standing. Yeah, I'm going to pick Knutsson to win. I do like the over, though. She took Marnik Man to a decision, so, you know, Polastri is tough. She was never finished. So the over 2.5 here is good as well. Let's see, how much are we getting for Knutsson? Knutsson. Where is she? Josephine. 143. You know, how much are we getting for the over? Yeah, the over 2.5. I didn't expect it to be more, but it can be a good parlay piece, the over. But I do like Knutsson to win here. Next one, we got... Where am I? Yeah. We got Jeka, Saragih, and Westin Wilson. I like Saragih here, man. Saragih has heavy hands. And we know Wilson has no chin. He got knocked out by John Silva. He got knocked down by Brito. And both these guys are better than Saragih. But Saragih possesses what those guys possess as well, and that's real power. Yeah, he did lose to Anshul Jubilee. But man, you saw that punch, that knockout he had first round against Lucas Alexander. It's gonna happen here as well. Just because he's so he's very aggressive. Okay. You saw five knockouts in the first or the second round. The under here is good as well. The only reason he lost to Jubilee is because Jubilee managed to take him down, and his ground game is shit. But I don't think Westin Wilson is going to try to take him down because he's like more of a karate guy. He does have a lot of submissions, so that might be a problem. I think that the best pick here would be the under, just because I don't know how much I don't know how much I can trust Jeka Saragih, because he did show low IQ, and I don't like to bet on people that show that. But the under might be, even the under 1.5 is like 135. Come on. You know, it can go over. I'm not saying it can't. It can go over. Depends, like, if Westin Wilson actually learned something from his last two fights. I don't know. I don't like the odds for the under or for Jeka, so we'll see. But I will pick Jeka to win here. Let me just close this once. Yeah. Next fight, we got Gabriella Fernandes against Carli Judice. So, Gabriella Fernandes, coming off of two losses to Jasmine Justavicius and Teresa Bleda. She was an LFA champion, if I'm not mistaken. And she's taking Carli Judice, who's, come on guys. She got a win against 1-8, 1-3, 3-3, and she lost to Ernesta. I don't think it should have been a split. I will say this about Judice. She's tough. She's a tough girl. But Gabi should be the better fighter. Like, she should win. Judice is not a fighter for that long either. She's not doing it since she was a child or something. I think, again, that I like the over 2.5 here. I don't see any girl finishing the other. Like, both are tough, both are good, I would say, everywhere. But Fernandes is probably a bit better. But I do like the over. I think it's gonna go over. Next one, we got Brady, Hiestand, and Garrett and Armfield. I like Armfield here to win. Since he started training with, what's his name? I forgot. The other UFC fighter, something, the Samurai Ghost. Forgot his name. He just looked really improved. He did lose to Unama, but that's aging well because Unama is looking phenomenal. He got a good win against Kazama and knocked him out, and he won against Katona. Brady Hiestand, though, he got a split with Tercios, and he submitted Shane Sargant. He got a decision win against Fernie Garcia. I just think that Armfield is better. I think we're gonna see a much improved version of Armfield every time he fights. This guy he's hungry. He's like posting shit on Twitter all the time. But he's tough. He has good striking. Yeah, I think he's gonna. I think it's in his pocket. I like him to win here. How much do we get for him? Let's see, fight odds. Yeah, so we got 155 for Armfield. That's not too bad. Can it go the distance? It can go the distance though. It can go over 2.5. But I like Armfield more than the over 2.5. He showed really good takedown defense. He just showed overall good game. Next one, we got Nate Maness and Jimmy Flick. I like Nate Maness here. Jimmy Flick is a phenomenal grappler, but he's a good jiu-jitsu guy. He's not a good grappler. What I mean by that, like, he doesn't have the takedowns. He has really good jiu-jitsu. He doesn't have the takedowns. And Nate Maness is a menace when it comes to his striking, when it comes to his wrestling defense. We saw it in his last fight against Mendonca, where Mendonca just grabbed that feet and wouldn't let go, and he paid the price. Yeah, he got submitted by Ulanbekov. He got decision. He lost decision to Nurmagomedov, but he's still a much better fighter. I like Maness to win here. I think he can win by knockout. Flick was knocked out before. Pretty sure, yeah, he only loses by knockout. Yeah, this is easy pick for me. Is Nate Maness by knockout? That's it. That's my pick. This is not going to a decision. Next one. Oh, this is gonna be a banger. I don't understand how this is in the prelims. How can you put Adam Fugitt and Josh Quinlan in the main card and put Almabaev and Van in the prelim? I don't know. This is gonna be a banger. We got Joshua Van and Tagir Ulanbekov. It's gonna be a good fight. I don't wanna bet. I'm probably gonna make a bet, but I don't wanna bet on this just because I want to enjoy the fight. We got Joshua Van, who's a phenomenal boxer, very tough, good cardio, taking against Ulanbekov, who's an overall very good fighter. He's like a smaller version of Islam Makhachev. Okay? Got good guillotines, good kicks, good striking, good back take. And he's taking Ulanbekov. Sorry, he's taking Joshua Van. I like Ulanbekov here. I just see that his experience, his grappling, he has more ways to win. Joshua Van can win with his boxing. I don't think Ulanbekov was ever knocked out, though. He was knocked down in his fight. I'm pretty sure he was knocked down in his fight against Tim Elliott. But he finished the third round really good, very strong. And don't forget, Tim Elliott is a phenomenal wrestler. And Joshua Van is not. He got good takedowns, but against who? Against Felipe Bunes, against Kevin Borjas. I don't know. I like Ulanbekov here. I think he can win. Joshua Van did lose in the past. How did he lose though? He was submitted. Rear naked choke. I see Ulanbekov getting the choke here. I see Ulanbekov winning by submission. Will I bet it? I don't know. We'll see. But Ulanbekov is the pick. Next fight we got Josh Quinlan taking Adam Fugitt, who lost in Milad by submission. Got a knockout against Yusako. Knocked out by Morales. Thing about Josh Quinlan, man. Thing about Josh Quinlan is he is not, like, both are not that good, but I think Quinlan is the better fighter when it comes to his overall performance. The problem with Fugitt is he has no chin. Quinlan does have a chin. He got TKO'd in his last fight against left hand to God Danny Barlow. I picked Barlow to win there, but it wasn't like he got knocked out. He just got too much damage, and the judge felt bad and he stopped the fight. That was actually a good stoppage because he was like surviving for his life. I don't see Fugitt doing that though. I don't see him doing it. He has no chin. Yeah. I'm picking Quinlan to win, but it's not something I'm gonna bet on. This is a stay away from me, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna pick Quinlan. Next one we got Asu Almabaev taking on Joseph Johnson. I'm picking Almabaev to win. We saw in his fight against Blackshear that when you got a good wrestler taking him down, and Damon Blackshear took him down easy and twisted him. Asu Almabaev can do the same thing. He's a good parlay piece. Joseph Johnson is good, but he's not good when it comes to, if it was a striking bout, yeah, okay, but it's not. It's not. He had a good fight against Vergara, where Vergara managed to survive, although he was in really bad places, I would say. But yeah, I see here Almabaev getting the rear naked choke. This feels like the kryptonite of Jose Johnson. He gets subbed all the time, and I see him getting the sub here first round. He's losing by submission first round. I don't see this going the distance. I see Almabaev getting the rear naked choke. He's very good. He's a good wrestler. He's really a good wrestler. How much are we getting for him by submission? Let's see. Because I'm not going to lay 117 on Almabaev. Like, maybe a part of a parlay piece. But you know what? The under 1.5 looks good. Because Almabaev can put the pressure on him and win the first round. We saw that Jose Johnson only lost first rounds by submission. Right? So that's how he loses, by submission. Or maybe he gets a flash KO on Almabaev. Can happen, right? So I like the under 1.5. I actually really like it. Better than I would like Almabaev. But let's see how much we get for Almabaev by submission. Almabaev wins by submission 191. I like it as well, to be honest. I like Almabaev by submission. Good odds, 181. Much better than taking him money line. Yeah. Next one, we got Miles Johnson against the Silva Andrade. This is gonna be a banger. People forget how dangerous is the Silva. But let's talk about it. Douglas de Silva de Andrade, his last fight was against Cody Stamann. He's won by decision. Lost to Nurmagomedov. Lost to Murphy. Man, listen. I think John's gonna win, but I won't be surprised if Andrade wins. John's looked really good in his fight against Cody Gibson. Against Dan Argueta, they had something with the drug test. This win was taken from him. Won against Morales. Was submitted by John Castaneda. But I don't see Andrade submitting him. Andrade, he has a good ground game, but like his striking is, I'd say, it's where it's better. It's gonna be a good fight. I see it going the over 2.5, and I see Miles Jones winning by decision. And I'm saying it because Miles Jones, his problem was his cardio, and he went 3 rounds with Cody Gibson. And he dominated Cody Gibson for all the 3 rounds. So I see him going 3 rounds with Andrade and winning. I actually can see Andrade maybe being tired. It's just the guy is 39 years old. Okay? Time is not in his favor. Again, time is cruel for fighters in this sport. So I'm picking Miles Jones to win, but it's going to be a banger, man. It's going to be a good fight. So Miles Jones or the over. How much are we getting for the over? Let's see. Miles Jones 1.8. So he's the favorite. Over 2.5, man. 159 is good. 159 is good. Both of them are tough. And yeah, I like the over as well. Okay, let me just clean this out real quick, just so we'll have a better experience. Okay. Next fight, we got Timmy Cuamba against Lucas Almeida. And I'm picking Cuamba to win. I've been fading Almeida since his fight against Sabatini. Since his fight against Sabatini, I kept fading him, and I'm gonna fade him here again. Timmy Cuamba is good. He's young, 25, but man, he's good. He went to decision with Bolaji Oki. He showed how tough he is. He had a good fight against Vogel. I think Vogel was robbed, but I don't know. Lucas Almeida is, I just don't think he's UFC level, with all due respect. He's 33 years old, which is fine, but Cuamba, man, he's tough. He got a good chin, going with Oki for 3 rounds. And he had his moments there. Yeah, I like Cuamba, man. I like him a lot. I think he can win by knockout. We know Almeida has no chin. We saw it in his fight against Philly. So give me Cuamba. Co-main event, we got Ikram Aliskerov taking on Antonio Turcali. Pum. So listen, this guy, something happened here he was in Contender 4 years ago. What the hell? 2 years ago was his last loss. 2 years ago and 6 months. His last win. Apologize. Staking Ikram Aliskerov, who's a scary fighter, man. We saw what he did to Alves, Filiu, submitted what's his name, Marius Souza. Listen, I just Antonio Turcoli could have been the best fighter ever, but not fighting for this long is a red flag for me. And taking on a guy like Alex Karov on short notice as well, like this fight was, I think he was supposed to fight Potiera or something. No, Potiera had to fight someone else. I think there was a cancellation here, I'm pretty sure. I'm picking Alex Karov to win. He can win probably by finish. Okay? Yeah, he had to fight Anthony Hernandez. That was cancelled. And Muniz was cancelled. And now he's taking Turcoli short notice. This is Alex Karov all day. You know, he is minus 900 for a reason. Probably not going to lay it on him. Let's see him by finish. By finish... You know, you can't win by knockout. If we look at, I want to see Turcoli. Let's see at his record. So he lost by knockout. He's tough, you know. He lost by knockout second round submission, and he didn't even lose by knockout. He retired. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Ikram Aliskerov by finish, because he's so fucking dangerous. But he did go to decisions. He had a decision went to a decision with this guy. He loves the Kimura. Got a lot of wins with the Kimura. Yeah. Just give me Alex Karov by finish. Maybe the under. But, you know, Turcoli is tough. This can go over. And over 1.5, you get 250. I like the over here just because of the value you get. But I don't know in what shape we're going to see Turcoli in. I need to look more into it, but I might take the over. And the last fight of the card, we got Tatsuro Taira taking on Alex Perez. Fuck, man. Perez cost me a lot of money when I put the money on Mateusz Nicolau. You know, I deserve it because I put money on a guy who has no chin. It's ingrained in me not to put money on guys who have no chin. But Taira has a chin. And Taira not only has a chin, he has a good submission game. I really like his grappling. And I really like his striking. Like, you've seen the clinic he put on Carlos Hernandez in his last fight. The problem for him would be to take down Alex Perez because he is a good wrestler, and it's probably gonna be probably most of the time on the feet unless Taira manages to knock him down. But you know, if Taira gets to that back, it's over for him. He has wins by rear naked choke, right? He has 6 wins, submission wins in the first round, rear naked choke, triangle armbar. Like, he can get the back. He also loves the arm triangle. I'm picking Taira. I think he's the better fighter. Alex Perez is pumping those fights, fighting every month. Fought against Nicolau just 2 months, less than 2 months, like a month and a half ago. Then a month before that, 2 months before that, he fought against Mokaev. This guy is fighting. Yeah. Give me Taira to win by submission. That's my pick for this card. And if I can give you guys a safety parlay, you guys love my safety parlay. Make sure you like the video. Wait, before I give you the safety parlay, one request I have is to like the video. That's it. Appreciate that. You're a good guy. Okay, so let me give you the safety parlay. Let's start with Cuamba. I like Cuamba. I told you guys. Give me Cuamba. I want him to safety parlay. You want to add Almabaev? No. Wait. Cuamba. I might go back to Almabaev. What else? Maness by knockout. And I'm adding him by knockout to this parlay. We got him for 148 by knockout. So we got Cuamba and we got Maness by knockout. Let's see if there's one more. You guys get one more here. Yeah, and Knutsson to win, or if you want a safer, is the over 2.5. Knutsson to win or the over 2.5. That's the safety parlay. Guys, if you enjoy the video, make sure you fucking smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's fucking go.